hear by my gravelly voice, I haven't had a whole lot of coffee yet this morning, so it's cool. But a couple people, first and foremost, safety. So what are we gonna do? Okay.
Good morning.
Kill your car. Ooh, we found spider bugs. More safety. Have gloves on when you kill the spider bug.
We're gonna go climb up on top of the RV this morning.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And here we go. This is awesomely fun for a guy who's scared of heights.
Oh, you? I'm the one that has to climb up that thing too. Is that thing gonna be able to hold me?
Yes, we'll be able to hold you.
I don't know about that. Okay.
Ooh, bird poo.
Thanks.
Come on up. Join the fun.
Oh, hell. It's a windy day.
Pull the screws. Alright. Here's another key thing to remember when you're up here. But always make sure you know where you put your screws at. Otherwise, if you don't, you get hosed. Now, luckily for us, I got this bag with all these spots and all these places where I can put screws. So, woohoo! Yeah, buddy. Alright.
Yeah.
Shit looks really clean. Always be careful whenever you're rolling stuff. Obviously, light foam can go flying away, right? So stick it underneath somewhere it doesn't go. Okay. So the first thing you want to do, you want to look, and you get two different coils, right? As you're looking at stuff, you have your evaporator coil. This is the one that has everything that you breathe, and then you have your condenser coil. This is the one that has everything that's suction from the outside air, right? It's very important as you get going that you get the right kind of stuff. So, as we look at stuff.
Thanks to Chad and Tara.
Yep, and Two Beards and a Babe, and multiple other videos that we've been watching, right? So, a couple key things you need to have. Obviously, gloves. If you do this with your bare hands, as you can see, like here, I'll do this really quick on the gloves, and you can see, well, you might be able to see, I don't know, but there's little lines in there where it tries to cut through. These things can be really, really, really sharp. So you gotta make sure you get the right kind of thing. You can take your fin combs that you have here, right? And you can kind of compare to what size you have, right? The thing is, they get really close at different areas, so you gotta be careful with the different ones that you roll up.
Please be careful going on the edge.
I know. You can take like this, you set it in at the bottom, and then you just kind of go up and re-straighten all your fins out, right? It does help out.
Straighten that right out.
Yep. So with the combs, it works really easy to get it all out. Now, the other maintenance they say you should do is when you do this, the other thing you need to bring up.
Seeing the world from the top.
Right?
The only thing is I'm not liking it.
Okay, so I don't know which company we got this from.
They made sure nobody's gonna get into it.
Yeah. This is making it hard for me to get into it. So,
My wrist takes back on.
the whole thing that we do.
Sorry.
So I'm always a big fan of reading the product first just to make sure to do exactly what it says. Okay. So what it says to do is from this right here. Used by HVAC professionals only. Well, I guess today I'm professional. Just going to go the power. We already did all that. Be sure to film all the covers, the entire surface area, condensation. That's repeat applications. Okay, so ours is actually very, very clean. So I'm going to do a light coat on it, and then we're going to put it in. It looks like this actually may have been serviced right before we bought it just a couple months ago. But as you guys have known and seen, like some of the stuff we've seen, plus we live here in the desert, we get sandstorms 3-4 times a week. So it's good for us to actually do this, like, you know, they recommend doing this once every season, 3-4 times a year. For us, we actually need to do this probably about 6 to 8 times a year where we live. So probably every 2 months is a good thing. So what we do,
Be careful, please, baby.
be careful so that way you don't fall off, because everybody freaks out about that.
Oh, we're also 14 feet in the air.
Right, is I'm gonna come over here because I want to be upwind, right? Don't want the fumes to blow in my face. And then all we're gonna do is we're just gonna spray off That's got a nice citrusy smell to it. Spray it off. As we get back into this, as you can see, it's already starting to go away and it's starting to all foam out and it'll all die out. If you wanted to, you could spray it down, just simply, and you'd be good with water. I, for one, think I'm just gonna let it go and it'll all drain down into this little thing and drain away, right? Here's the fun one here, right? Where once we do this, right, I'm gonna let it sit here just to dry out a little bit. Probably, what we'll probably end up doing here shortly, as soon as we finish talking to you guys, is we're probably gonna turn around and actually put the styrofoam back on it, so that way we can protect the inside of our bedroom and get a bunch of crud in it, right? But now we look at the same thing here. Let's go look at all the coils and stuff that we have here, right? If I wanted to, I could pull this off and get the back side of the coils too, but I don't think we're going to do that right now. The other side of the harness, they say you can do like this.
Yeah.
So now you guys can see, well, you guys can see part of it. You can see how these pump too.
That actually worked out good.
The big key thing about this is you just got to make sure that all of the fins are spacing away from each other. A couple other stuff away from me. Where that is. Right? And now we do the same thing here with this, right? It says that we don't have to, again, we don't have to spray it off with water, but it doesn't hurt to do it. Now this right here, I know it's going to foam up a little bit more. So the whole thing with this is that you want to make sure it gets in there. It'll foam up where the dirt is to try and get the dirt out for you. So this I expect to foam up a whole lot more. So now this stuff here, you do want to be wearing gloves as well, because as you can see, it gets out there like that, right? Also have a spray bottle of water, like Mama came prepared with, because this stuff here is chemical and it will eat holes in your skin over time. I don't think it's going to hurt the rubber roof, but hey, better safe than sorry. This stuff doesn't break down in water, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now according to this, it says you can just leave it to sit like this, or you can spray it and rinse it off. Because of the wind coming up, because of the time we have, I think what we're probably going to do, I think we should probably just rinse it off and then move on to the next one.
Let it sit for a little bit while it's foaming up. Put the other top on.
Okay. While we're up here looking at this, we're also going to take some handy dandy shop rags, since we got the power disconnected. As with the sand and the dirt and the debris, it's kind of nasty looking. So I'm going to clean off a little bit. Okay. So now I think what we're going to do, as you can see, already it's just been a couple of minutes here and it's already almost all dissolved down. Again, if you wanted to, you could take the water and you could do like this, help spray it all down. But according to all
that looks pretty.
All the destructions and stuff like that, don't know if you need it to or not. We'll probably do it right now just because of the fact that we're worried about all the stuff with the wind. Again, you're high up in the air. Be careful with all you're doing, guys. Don't need you to get hurt, get screwed up because you're sitting out here doing all the things you do. Okay? I did.
Okay.
Okay, so as you can see, I'm pulling tape off the fence here. See the camera? Show you guys here real quick. This one here is a lot more dirtier than the other one. The cool thing is as you take your little thing to get your fins straightened out, as you can see, it also gets a lot of the bigger crud off of this. As you can see by all the dust and debris and nastiness going, okay? But it does get everything out. You do want to brush all of this crud and crap out of there, because remember, if all you're going to do is leave it for your, oh, see, you gotta watch what you're doing because I just bumped it and made another thing. If you leave all the dirt and the dust inside of here like this, then it's going to get much, much worse, right? But I'm going to hand you guys back to Mama, who's busy helping out doing the other one so we can get done faster.